Welcome to Florida Statements. I'm Savannah Slifer. Sports Illustrated once stated that FSU's Marching Chiefs were a band that never lost a halftime. But the work that these musicians put into a performance goes beyond a football or basketball game. Here to speak with us today is the assistant drum major, Mia Hartley. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Can you explain the difference between a marching band versus just a music group?
Marching band, it's very militaristic based. So, you know, when you hear about old war stories like the flute and the bass drum marching down the field with the army, it's the same idea with marching band. That's how it originated. So what's really cool about the Marching Chiefs is that we incorporate a lot of contemporary marching style into what we do. We've danced to Beyonce. We just recently did a Grease show. So there's a lot of contemporary marching styles that we incorporate, but we always base it back to the traditional marching style and the traditional marching maneuvers that they did use in military bands before marching bands became a popular collegiate, activity. So.
And you guys are a huge part of game day and FSU football. Can you explain, what does 2 hours before the game look like for a Chief?
It's really busy, especially if it's an afternoon game, because we always get up really early. So 2 hours before the game, we do an event called Skull Session, where each section plays a little section cheer or an arrangement that someone within the section arranged for the group. So it can be something goofy. My friend and I just recently did like an R&B song with the saxophone section. So we always do that event, but even earlier, we may be waking up at 6, 7 in the morning to rehearse our continuity rehearsal on Marching Chiefs Field as well. So the whole day is really busy. But the most exciting part definitely starts 2 hours before the game when we do Skull Session in Dick Hauser Baseball Stadium, and then march over to the field to get ready for pregame and everything. So.
And where else can people find you guys perform? You football, and then what other games?
Yes, we have the football games, of course. We do the pregame and halftime show, and then there's also the Skull Session, which happens in Dick Hauser that I just mentioned, and it's always 2 hours before kickoff at a home game. And we're also performing in Prism